p&gt?
Yeah, I think they were pretty good in possession. I think they, had more of the ball, which usually doesn't happen to us. So this is probably a game where we had a lot less of the ball tonight, and it was more about being good tactically to try to neutralize them. And I think we did a pretty good job of that. I think they had good possession, but they didn't really turn those into any very good goal-scoring chances, so that's important.
During training, has Alex gotten better position-wise to be in front of goal, to put those away? It's 2 straight now he's scored.
I think he's always been pretty good tactically. He's always worked his butt off. I think now it's gotten to a point where maybe his confidence is rising, and he trains a lot around the goal. He is always one of the type of guys that stays with Chris Harmus and does shooting, close in, outside the 18, things like that. So we always have a lot of young guys that are working on things like that, and it's nice to see him getting himself in the box and getting on the end of things.
Jesse talked about the 4-2-3-1s probably puts you and Brad in the best positions to be freedom and to be influential. Does it feel that way for you now for 3 matches?
Yeah, I think that was an important reason why we went back to the 4-2-3-1. Brad and I are 2 of the more important players on the team, and if we can be in the best position to succeed, ultimately that's going to help the team. So Brad's been good the last few games. I think he just feels more confident and more consistent in the way he plays when he's up there by himself, moving along the back line and trying to get on the end of plays. So overall, yeah, I think the switchback has been pretty good.
Personally, for you, why has it been so beneficial, that role in the center of the midfield?
Well, there's the comfort level of me just being a player who's played in the center of midfield for most of my career, and then the fact that I get on the ball more. So I think in the last few games I've probably had more touches than I did in the previous games when I was playing in the 4-4-2. So that helps the team. I think me being on the ball is important for us. So the more I can see of the ball, I think the better off we will be.
Did the injury to Artur kind of like deflate them a little bit so you can take advantage of the first opportunity you had to score?
Maybe. I don't know. It looked pretty. He looked to be in a lot of pain, so we were all sad for him. No, we don't ever wish that to happen against anybody, any of our opponents. So I feel bad for him that 30 seconds into the game his night was done, and I wish he has a speedy recovery.
How much did it help getting a goal 11 minutes in? How much does that help?
Always helps.
Considering this season, you haven't scored a lot.
Yeah, always helps. We've talked about too many times this season we've gone down 1-0 and had to claw our way back into games. And how nice it would be for us for the way we play especially, to take an early lead and make teams actually come out of their shell against us and have to play a little bit more. And then they open up spaces for us to hit them a little bit, maybe when we pick off passes or on the counterattack. So, yeah, the way we play, it's always going to be important for us to score first.
Not to be repetitive on the typical question, but of course, Royer converted the penalty.
Yeah.
Is it okay he takes it? You want to take it?
Yeah, no, of course. He's the designated penalty taker right now, so I'm glad he stepped up and buried it. He did a really good job of putting some power behind it so that even the goalie got a hand on it, it still went in. So I'm very happy for him, happy for the team.